All right, the purpose of this video today is it's not going to be one of those 5 things I hate or 5 things I love about my Lotus Evora. I mean, you see those, they're on YouTube. People have done them, and pretty much every single one of them, the loves are the same, the hates are the same. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pretty much talk about the car and some things that, you know, I was reading on a Lotus forum that I was worried about, and that when I was looking for that when I was looking for that car. I mean, I had read through everything, but the number one thing that people talk about, other than the clutch, I mean, the clutch, I've had this car for about 1.5 years, and the clutch has been great. You know, it hasn't done, I mean, I don't drive it every day, but it hasn't really been horrible to me. But the other thing that people talk about that they're saying is not too good is the airbag cover. And of course, mine is lifted. But mine looked I've had the car for about 1.5 years. Mine looked exactly like that when I got the car. It hasn't came up anymore. I mean, I live in San Antonio, Texas. I mean, it does get hot. I do have my windshield tinted, and I also use, I don't have it in my car right now. I just took it out, but it's right here. I also use this every time with my windshield being tinted. I also use that when I do drive it, when it's parked and I'm not in it. You know, I have the window cracked a little bit, and I have that up at all times. And it does help out. I mean, I don't know if that's the reason why, but it hasn't lifted anymore. It's pretty much been exactly like that since I had the car. So, I mean, that is an issue. It doesn't look great. I mean, it doesn't bother me too much, but it doesn't look great. This side's perfect, hasn't done anything. But that's one of the issues that it's all over the Lotus forum. A lot of people don't like it. I don't really care. It's not lifted up too much, so it doesn't really do anything to me. I mean, I'm not looking at it pissed off saying I got to get that fixed immediately. It's not a horrible thing to me at all. And one of the other things people complain about a lot is no cup holders. You do on your door, which I don't know if anybody's going to use it, but I mean, you could fit, like right here, you can probably fit a soda, like a can in there. But I mean, I just went on Amazon, and I think it was like 10 bucks or something like that, and I ordered this. I mean, it does the job. It's not great. I mean, there's a spot right there for your phone if you want to put your phone in there. There's a little coin slot right there. It just pretty much just slides in here like any other one. I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but it just slides in there. This comes up, and doesn't look the best. I mean, it's definitely definitely not going to turn heads or have people asking questions about it, you know, actually where you got it from. But if you're riding by yourself and you want some coffee or something, or, you know, pretty much whatever you drink, you can put it in there, slide your phone in there, your wallet, whatever you have. And it does the job. I mean, I don't have it in there all the time. I pretty much throw it in the back seat. And when I need it, I'll reach back there and grab it. But when I need it, it does the job. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. So I'm not mad. I'm not going to be mad at that. And I know a lot of people complain about the stereo, the way it sounds, the way it works, that it lags, buttons don't work good. I've never had any issues with it. I mean, the way it sounds, I never expected to get in here and have, you know, Beats by Dre or anything in here to have it, you know, sounding great. But it does the job. I mean, it's not horrible. Go ahead and put the key in here. It doesn't lag, or I mean, I've never had it lag on me or do anything to where, you know, I hit a button and it takes 2 seconds to react to it. I mean, it reacts pretty quick. Let's see here. We'll go to source, go to radio. I don't know. I'm not sure how loud this might be loud. So yeah, I mean, volume works pretty good. You know, you go to visual here and accept all this. Gotta put a little bit of pressure on that one. You got your GPS. You know, that works pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look the best. It's definitely not up to date or anything. Like, let me turn this down. I can get in trouble. But it definitely doesn't look the best, but it does the job too. I mean, I definitely didn't buy this car because I was trying to get the best top of the line GPS you can get. I mean, I do use the radio, but if I need to, I don't even think I've used this actually. I mean, every time I do need to go somewhere and I need directions, I'll just use my phone. I mean, even if I had the top of the line GPS in my car, I'd still use my phone. But to get out of this, you'll hit source here, and go to visual again. You can go to navigation, it'll pop up. Right here, if you have it on this screen and you have your phone hooked up to it, half of this screen is going to be whatever music you're playing. It'll have a picture of the artist or the album cover there, and it'll have GPS on this side here. And I'm sure you all saw, I think it's Bros for Speed. They showed you that, you know, this opens up and you can pop this out here. Or you might not have seen it, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen them do that, but you can pop this out and take it with you. It's just like a personal navigation screen. It looks just like this one here. And you can walk around with it, but there's really no reason why somebody would do that. I mean, because everybody has a phone, so I mean, if you're popping that out and you're walking around with it and you have a smartphone in your pocket, then you're kind of doing stuff backwards. But it's there, it's in there. I mean, if you do need it. My car is a 2010 Lotus Evora. I do have, I'm not the one that installed it or put any kind of fuse in or anything like that, but I do have the mirrors, the power folding mirrors. I know a lot of cars didn't have that, you know, it was there, you know, an option in there when I got it. I guess whoever had it before me, they did a lot to it. I mean, it did a lot to the car. And that's one of the things they did. And I also bought this. I ordered this little clip here off of Amazon as well. I mean, for my sunglasses, and I wear glasses, so I mean my glasses as well. So when I'm driving, I just clip them up there. I'll move it on this side over here, and I'll clip it there, whichever side I want to have it. But it comes in handy, and I think it was only like $5. It has that false carbon fiber on the top, you know, but it still looks nice. Yeah, if you wear glasses and you just don't want to be throwing your glasses anywhere, you can either put them in that little slot on this here. The cup holder that I showed you guys earlier, that has that slot for a wallet or a phone or whatever you want to put in there. But yeah, that comes in handy. You know, if you don't want to throw your glasses in there and get them scratched, you can have them sitting there, or you can just put them in here. You know, either way, there's spots for them, but I like that. I mean, they're out of the way, and you know, I don't have to worry about them getting scratched up there. People have issues with the door handles, I guess, not working or breaking off, and the door getting stuck, and then them getting locked in the car, and they can't get out. My Lotus has 57,000 miles on it, and in the year and a half, I've never had any issues with my door handles. You know, my door handles have, you know, they've done what they're supposed to do. I mean, they've been great. They've never stuck. They never felt weak. I mean, pretty much all the issues that people say they have with them, I haven't experienced yet. I'm not saying I'm not going to experience it, but I mean, I don't just try to snatch my whole door off the car. You know, when I open it, you know, I kind of open it like you're supposed to open a car, you know, a car that you baby. You don't just run up and I don't let people, majority of the time, you know, when I do have a passenger, I open the door for them. From the inside, so they're not outside. You know, my car is locked, so they're not outside just pulling on my door handle. Maybe that's one of the reasons. I mean, it helps out like that. I'm not sure, but I mean, it's just right here. You know, I can lean over and just pop the door open, so they never have to touch the door handle. And I do that pretty much every time I have a passenger. I mean, my wife doesn't get in here too much. I mean, she doesn't like riding in here, but if I do have a friend or something that's getting in here, or she does get in here, I open the door for her anyway, so she never has to touch the door handle. But they've been solid, they've been good. I haven't had any issues with them at all. They're working out. So if you guys had any, if you're thinking about buying this car, and some of the things I've touched on, like the airbag cover that hasn't lifted any more than what it was when I got it, or the stereo, the Alpine, the quality. I mean, as small as the cabin is in here, the quality, the sound is good. I'm not sure if I have anything aftermarket or whoever had it before me installed something in here, but it sounds good to me. I mean, it's definitely not embarrassing. You know, you're not gonna be driving around. People are gonna, you know, we passengers are gonna be snickering because you're you know, your stereo system sounds horrible. It definitely doesn't sound horrible. I might have some aftermarket, I don't know. But sounds good to me. These buttons here on the side, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard people complain about these buttons here, that they're hard to see, and you know, they're hidden behind the steering wheel when you're driving. Obviously, when you're driving, you know, you're going to be driving like this, and you can see that you can't see those buttons on the side right there. I mean, you know, you're going to have to turn your neck to look at them. But all it is, I mean, I have a Lotus, you know, and I read people complaining about that, and it's just something, 5 things I hate. I guess you could throw that in there, and it's going to be an issue. If it's an issue if you make it an issue, because those buttons, you're not going to, I mean, who's going to be reaching to pop their gas tank lid when they're driving? I mean, you can turn your lights on. If you're going to need your lights and it's getting dark while you're driving, yeah, you can reach over there, and you kind of, over time, you're going to know where they're at. But a majority of these buttons, and of course, everybody's going to know this button right here. I mean, this is going to be the first button you memorize. There it is. Yeah, everybody's going to memorize where the sports button's at, of course, but all the other buttons that are on there, I mean, you're not going to be touching those buttons when you're driving. I can, trust me. You're not going to be reaching around there. I mean, the only thing that you're going to need is on the steering wheel already. You got your cruise control. So your cruise control is on the steering wheel. That's what you're going to be messing with when you're driving around. And especially if you're taking a short trip, you're not going to be messing with any of these buttons. I mean, people can't complain. That's what they like to do. And if you can't find anything else wrong with the car, I mean, I definitely can't understand it if you have one. But if there's nothing else to find, you'll be able to throw those in there as something to complain about. But it's hilarious to me, you know, that people do that. But I'm not one of them. It's not an issue for me. I really don't complain about anything in this car. I mean, I love this car, you know, a lot. I mean, I like driving it. It's fun. I have other cars, but when I do get to drive this car, when I am off and I'm driving it, I mean, I have a blast driving it. But the one thing I will complain about is I'm parked in my garage right now. And when I drove in here and put my car on the battery tender, and I'll show you guys that a little bit later on, I drove in here too close, and I'll show you the dilemma I put myself in. I should have backed up, but I'll show you the dilemma I put myself in for parking too close to these boxes that I have. We just got this house a couple months ago. I haven't unpacked everything. That's why my garage kind of looks messy. But this is the dilemma I have getting out. So that's as far as my door opens there. And you got this huge door sill here. And you got that much room to get out. And your legs, you know, so you're in here. And you kind of got to put your hand right here and lift yourself out just because you can't open the door all the way. This is why you have this issue. And I'm 6'1", so now I got this issue of pushing myself out and then sliding my leg in between here. And this is the issue you have a lot. You'll have that issue a lot when you drive it, because you'll be parking next to cars. So yeah, I got that issue now. I shouldn't have had it. I should have parked a little bit further to the right in my own garage. But you have that issue when you're driving a car and you got to park in between cars, or you park real far away, and for whatever stupid reason somebody comes way out there and parks next to you, and then you get to your car and you have that same issue. So you'll be lifting yourself up to get out of the car, and you'll be flopping into the car to get in. So you definitely got to park somewhere where you can open your door all the way. Makes it a lot easier to get out, but it's still kind of hard, but it makes it a lot easier to get out if you can open your door all the way. When I got my car, I had this aftermarket knob here, shift knob. I think it's from the Elise. I think the Elises come with this. The Evoras don't come with this. And the newer Evoras might come with it, just because it was so popular and they saw that everybody that got an Evora was going to this one, because I think everyone I've seen has this in this aftermarket, but I think it comes with the Elise. But this is the big issue with not the knob, but just the clutch and manual itself. You know, scares to death that everybody, you know, $7,000 to replace my clutch, you know, if it goes out. And I don't drive my car hard. Every now and then I will, you know, every now and then I'll come off the line like a bat out of hell, you know, just to be fun, or somebody will be riding me and, you know, I'll run through the gears. But for the most part, I drive it normal. Every Sunday, or if I'm off on that Sunday or Saturday, I'll get up in the morning, I'll go for a drive, and, you know, I'll get on the car. But for the most part, when I do drive it, I drive it normal, and my clutch pedal still feels, I can't see, it's kind of dark now, you can't see down there, but my clutch shifts the same, and it feels exactly how it did a year and a half ago when I got it. It's still it's not too tough. I mean, it's not a hard clutch, but it hasn't changed. It hasn't dropped. It hasn't got soft. I don't have any issues. I mean, you're gonna have those issues with an Evora when it's not warmed up, with first and second. But as soon as it warms up, you're good. You're good to go. But yeah, I think this is from the Elise, but as of now, I haven't had any issues at all with my clutch. I'm not too worried about it. You know, if it happens, it happens. I mean, of course, eventually it will happen, but I have 57,000 miles on my Evora, and it had 48,000 when I got it. Let's see where it's at. It is at 57,510, and it had 49 when I got it. So I put those miles on there, from 49 to 57, and haven't had any issues with my my clutch at all. And I did make the mistake of not checking if it got replaced when I got the car. I was just so excited to get it, and kind of trusted the people I got it from. And luckily it didn't backfire on me, and you know, I didn't get a car that needed a clutch immediately. And the way it's feel, I mean, I've driven manuals my whole life. The way it feels, I mean, I don't need a clutch anytime soon. You know, I don't have any wood in here, but knock on wood, I didn't jinx myself, but it just feels good. It doesn't feel like it's going to need to be replaced at any time. So that's a plus. I mean, and if it does, you know, I'll deal with it when I get there. I'll deal with it. You know, whenever it happens, I'll deal with whatever happens with it. So I don't keep my trunk open like that all the time. I just got it open now because I'm shooting this video, and I was going to show you guys my battery tender that I have that I've been using for about, I don't know, maybe a year or so. I don't have anything fancy, you know. I don't have it coming off the bottom or anything like that. I just have it right here, coming off my battery. You know, it stays there. Whenever I want to disconnect it, this piece here, this stays here. You cap it. You know, you cap it there. And then I got my tender here, and this is the one I use. And it's been great. Haven't had any issues with my battery, any issues with my car, using that. And my car, I'll go, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 days without driving it a lot of times because I run a gas plant, so I'm always working. And I've had no issues with it. No, my messy garage. I mean, like I said earlier, I just moved in. I haven't really packed anything, or unpacked anything, I should say. But that's the car. Windshield doesn't look too dark in here because my windows are down, but my windshield is tinted. As if you haven't seen the car in other videos, you can go to my other videos. You can look at the craziness with the car. I mean, I don't drive. I mean, it looks like I drive it crazy because I get pulled over. I'm not gonna say a lot, but I do get pulled over. That's how big the trunk is. If you guys haven't known, you can look that up. You know what I mean? And I'm about to get my roof wrap and carbon fiber wrap. Sometime I'm on my days off, so sometime I'm here in the next 4 or 5 days. I'm gonna get that wrap. And that really can't see my exhaust too good. I mean, it's aftermarket. There's definitely a lot more I want to do to this car. I mean, I'm definitely going to do a lot more to it. Eventually, I'm going to get it wrapped green. But I'm liking the black on black, which I didn't get any video, but I painted these myself. I painted my calipers yellow, and then I painted my rims black. Right when I got the car, I think I've had it for like a week, and I painted that. But I'm liking the look that it has now. I'll keep this for a little bit and get the roof wrapped, and then sometime down the road, maybe at the end of the year, then I'll get it wrapped green. You know, I'll keep the roof black all the way down. Keep it black down here on the bottom. I'll keep the mirrors black. They're gonna be wrapped carbon fiber too when the roof gets wrapped. But I'm gonna keep it like this for a while, and then I'll see about changing it up. But that's about it. I was just touching on some stuff that is an issue, what people complain about. If you guys have any questions about those, just leave some comments, and then I'll go more in depth on the airbag cover or the stereo or the back seat, which I didn't even I'm sure y'all seen the back seats in here already, which really aren't back seats, but let's get this open. Yeah, you really can't see too good back there, but you know, they're really not back seats. I mean, my daughter's 9 years old. She can fit back there. My 1-year-old can fit back there in her car seat, but a grown adult is not going to fit back there. I can tell you that right now, unless, you know, it's a small female or a small dude, and he's willing to be uncomfortable the whole time, just sitting sideways. He's not going to fit back there. Just be real. So it's good for storage. Like everybody else says, you know, it's real good for storage or whatever you want to put back there. It's going to fit. I picked up my grandma one time. If you watch the other video, you can see her, and you can look in the back seat and you can see her walkers back there. So that just lets you know, you can fit some stuff back there right along with this. Even though it gets pretty hot back here, you don't want to put too much stuff back here for too long, but you got your back seat. So I would recommend getting a 2+2 if you were going to get an Evora instead of the 2+0. But that's about it. I mean, I just want to touch on a few things, and if you guys have any questions about anything you saw, like I said earlier, then let me know about anything on the car. And I'll make a video, either make a video going in depth on it, or I'll just send you a long comment, which I'll probably make a video. But that's it.